last 2 years, and I've walked up here, so it's nice not to come up here with a lot of pressure on my shoulders. You know, obviously this will be my 7th year coming back to Louisville. I can't believe I haven't made it my year-round home, which I'm working on as we speak. But it's a great place, and to be part of the Cincinnati Reds, I think has been a top priority for the organization. You know, our players love it here. We have a great facility. We have the best fans in the league. We not only are in the top as far as attendance, but you know, great fans. They come to the ballpark. They're positive. A lot of the places we go to, you know, you don't expect to be treated well on the road, but you would think that they would treat their home players a little better than they do. But we get to Louisville, and it makes it easy when we want 6-year free agents, because they come in and they see the facility, they see the town, stay at the Galt House, they go to 4th Street Live, they think this is the best city in the league. They see how they're treated, how our fans treat us, and we talk about all the positive things that happen here. Our players love being here. I think that's why Cincinnati is so adamant of staying here in Louisville, because our players speak nothing but high praise as far as living here and being part of the community. So that's a tribute. That's why we keep coming back, and you know, I think that's why we continue to win. It's a long season, 144 games, and it gets grueling. Our travel is tough. You know, we'll play 20, 25 days in a row. April, weather's not too good. You know, we start taking early morning flights, 10-hour bus trips, which is just part of what we do. And we play every day. It can be grueling. And like last year, God, I hate that word last place, but we were in last place for quite a while, and under 500 for quite a while, and yet I think I attribute a lot of the ability to come back and win a championship to the fact that the players enjoy being here. They kept their focus. The Bats organization, you know, Gary Ulmer, Greg Galliette, Dale Owens, they take great care of us. Our players like being here. Even when we're losing, it doesn't matter. If I ask for little favors and little things to help the club, the Bats are right there to help us out and do everything they can to accommodate us and make it comfortable for us, even though we were losing last year. So, you know, I have to give a lot of credit to the people that work here for last year's comeback, because it would have been very easy to go through the motions and not do what we did, which was absolutely put on a tremendous run at the end and come back and win that 3rd championship. Now the upcoming season. You know, I'm very fortunate to have my entire coaching staff back, and I think that makes a tremendous difference, the continuity that we've had here in the 6 years I've been here. You know, Smokey keeps telling me every year he's going to retire, and every year I keep talking him out of it. I got 1 more year out of him. He's coming back, and for you that don't know Smokey, you talk to players about Smokey Garrett, and it doesn't matter if they're 34 years old or 21 years old, they all speak highly of him and what he can do and how he can help them. Ted Power, boy, what a full of energy, upbeat type of coach he is. You know, I got to keep him calmed down sometimes. He gets so excited. You know, pitchers love him. He's the mother hen for all of them, and all of his little ducks follow him along. You know, of course, we had the challenge last year with Mr. Chapman, and I thought Ted did an awesome job, you know, teaching him, even working through the language barriers. So having my coaching staff back is probably the top priority for me. Once I had that established, now we start getting into players, and for the first time I'm going to try not to name any names, just because we have so many players. I think Baseball America named the Cincinnati Reds the 6th best minor league system. You know, that when you start hearing that, we win a championship at the big leagues, and yet we have the 6th best minor league system. That means we still have players coming. The reason we won last year with young players, we had very few veteran guys on the club. And to me, a veteran guy is maybe a guy that's played 5 or 6 years in AAA, you know, have some big league experience. That's a veteran guy. Well, my veteran guys are guys that are 26, 27 and have a couple of years of AAA experience. Maybe some of them no big league experience, although after last year I'm sure they're all going to have some type of big league experience. So we're a young team. We continue. We went in and played clubs last year that had 10, 11, 12 guys that were 30 and over, and we had 2. When you start seeing that, you start realizing just how good of an organization the Cincinnati Reds have. So, I said this last year, and, I'll say it again. Dusty Baker can take whatever 25 players he wants. The next 24 that come to the Louisville Bats, I'll jump on in a heartbeat. That's how deep we are organization-wise. You win with pitching, and all you have to do is read the papers on what the Cincinnati Reds have coming back. They have probably the deepest pitching staff in the major leagues. If you start looking at all the names that have major league experience and have won and been successful at the major leagues, when you start talking about their names that possibly could be coming back to us, you say, okay, we'll be fine. That includes the bullpen. We've got Justin Lear will be coming back. We've signed Renekich, did a great job for us last year. So we've got a lot of those guys that maybe you forget about because all you hear is the Woods and the Chapmans and the Maloneys and LeCure. God, I don't want to forget anybody. I mean, there's the list goes on and on of potential major league pitchers. We'll take whatever they want to send back. And we still have depth. Our minor league system obviously being ranked as high as it is. A couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, we were a little worried about our minor league system because we had some lapses in there. We had rushed some guys through so fast. Well, now we've backed them up. And by backing them up at the AAA level, that's given our minor league system below us time to catch up. And they have caught up. We've got some very good young players that will be moving up to AA, and that's Greg and I. When Greg and I always talk, we don't talk about our club here in Louisville. We talk about what they're going to have in AA, because you know what's going to happen. By the time we get to the end of the year, the club we start with is going to be very short quite a few players to the big league club. Now, it'd be nice, and hopefully the Reds don't have any injuries, and hopefully they don't have any problems up there, but if they have problems, they come to us, and when we fix their problems, in a lot of cases, we don't get guys back. And if we don't get players back, we have to bring players up. And that's why, in spring training is a big time for me. I get to know these young players like a Sapelt. He came up and did a great job for us. And a quick story about Sapelt. We're playing a major league game, and he's, I think, on the AA roster in minor league camp, and they bring him up for a big league game, which Dusty likes to do. So he comes up, and I'm just, playing at home in Goodyear, and I'm on the bench getting ready for the big league game to start. Sapelt comes up and introduces himself. Now, I've never seen this young man in my life. And he walks up, introduces himself, and he says, I'll be playing for you before the year's out. And I just kind of went, whoa, okay, who the heck are you? I went home that night, got out my press guide, and looked him up to see who the heck he was. I think he played A-ball at that point, had played no higher, but he's already telling me he's going to play for me last year, and obviously who knows what he's telling Dusty Baker, but I'm sure he's on Dusty Baker's radar also after the year he had, and that's the type of athletes that we're bringing up. Obviously he did a great job for us last year, and I look for him to be a big part of what we do this year. If he doesn't make the big league name, there I named somebody already. So I'm very excited about the season. I'm very excited to get to some warm weather in beautiful Arizona and, get my tan back. And get the season going and just see what we're going to have. We're going to have another young, exciting, fun team here in Louisville. I can't give you any names. You wouldn't want any names, but Dusty will take his 25, and the next 24 are going to fit in very nicely here with a ton of experience. And, we'll get off to a little better start this year than maybe we did last year. We were young and inexperienced last year. This year we'll be much more experienced as far as playing here at AAA. I am so happy to be back here. I love Louisville. I'm going to make it my home. And everybody here associated with the Bats are my good friends. They're not only work associates, they're my friends. This is my family, and I'm very happy to be back here. Thank you.
Guys with the media, when you're doing your one-on-ones with Rick, be sure to ask him how